On this episode, we are discussing. Sony is leaving PC in the dust. There is a little bit of light at an Xbox tunnel, and hopefully it's the right thing to do. Not only that, but Pokemon. Whatever the hell they're doing, we tested out a couple of games, and we wanted to run it by you, our thoughts. And yeah, hit that music, please. What is going on, everybody? I am Mr. ReyRey, and I am joined by two fantastic people. I think of them as brothers. They are my co-hosts for this very great TV show, podcasting that we do. Mr. Rav and Mr. LeeBoyXP. What's going on, guys?
What's up?
So what's up, y'all?
Please, while we have you here, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Please hit that bell notification. It's very important, so that way you are notified whenever we drop a new episode and/or reel and/or whatever we do on the channel. We are trying to grow this into a business. Yes, we're trying to grow this into a business. And please hit that comment section because we are going to comment right back. We will love the little heart, the comments, everything, because there's three of us. And the most comments we ever got was what? A couple thousand on that one reel that was like 80
Pokemon.
It was about Pokemon. We'll get into that again.
All right.
Anyway, you guys doing good? You guys doing all right? Everything's fine?
No problem. Everybody's good, man. We're playing games. We're hanging in there.
All right. Everybody's rashes cleared up and everything's.
Yeah. Got that taken care of like 2 days ago. Rub that out.
Whoa.
The thoughts we use points of Mr. Rav is his own and not echo the thoughts of the rest of the Megabit Misfits.
That was funny as fuck, though. Okay, so let's get into it. Apparently, Sony is making some big changes. Mr. Rav, can you please elaborate on this, please?
Sony said, "Motherfuckers, I'm taking my ball home, and I'm not coming back." They're taking their single player games. They're taking their single player games back with them. They are going to. They're not releasing any more single player games on PC. Upcoming games that they announced already, like Marvel Telecom Fighters Marathon and Horizon Hunting something, I forgot the name of it, is still coming to PC and whatever other Switch or whatever that they plan on putting about it. But they are not releasing any more, like God of War, Spider-Man, all of those games that have been coming out, no more. And then there's a chance that they no longer will be they might take them, like what do they call it, where they sunset it, where they take it off, where you can't download it anymore in the future. So they're taking them away from Steam. So
if you don't have it already, you can't. You won't be able to get it later.
Exactly.
You might be asked out, pretty much.
Will you still be able? Let's say you still own it, but you don't have it downloaded.
Oh no! If you own it, you good. They can't do that.
Yeah.
Once you own it, you good.
Yeah. They plan on doing this because of all the drama with Xbox, and now that they're shake up, I think that's the biggest factor in that. Where it's like, all right, they know something they're not telling us. Xbox has some other news that is definitely showing why they're doing what they're doing. They want to make sure that they keep their exclusives to themselves. They want to make sure if they keep putting games out on PC, there's no reason for a console, and they understand that. So they want to make sure they protect their technology and their, business. So that's the way I see it.
Yeah. Mr. Lee, how do you feel about that, sir?
Call bullshit. I call solid bullshit on all of that. First of all, the reason why I agree with Mr. Rav on the Xbox point. They looking at Xbox like, oh, they shooting themselves in the foot with all of this stuff going on. Yeah, we're gonna pull our stuff back because there's no need to have our stuff on PC, because here's the thing I don't like: the hypocrisy. This was the same company that sat there and was like, oh no, if they acquire Activision, they're gonna have the exclusives. No more Call of Duty on our thing, because they're gonna make it exclusively on Xbox, which forced them to sign an agreement to make sure that they release exclusives for all platforms for their big games, just like Call of Duty.
The only game that they agreed to do that to was Call of Duty. All the other games, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, and all those games are not part of that deal. The only game that they fought for was Call of Duty, because Call of Duty sold more on PlayStation than it did Xbox and any other consoles, PC, whatever. So Sony didn't want to lose that asset. So that was part of the court case where they had to sign that, where for that 10-year deal, Xbox, Microsoft has to release a Call of Duty game for all the systems. It has to be universal. Every other game is not part of that deal.
Another thing I didn't like is the fact that they're saying that they're doing it because they're struggling, because the PC games, the games that the games that they're putting out on PC are struggling, which is again, there's a reason why. There's a clear reason why. Spider-Man 2 sold around 900K when the first game sold 3.5 million, right? God of War Ragnarok sold 1 million when the previous game on Steam sold 5 million. Horizon Forbidden West sold 850K when the previous game sold 5.5 million. And then The Last of Us Part 2 remastered sold 1 million when the previous game sold 2.5. Now, people may look at that and go, damn, those numbers pretty drop. Those are some bad numbers according to them, but to me, I see them as fine numbers, especially for PC. But here's the problem. The problem is that the gap. And when they release these games, let's roll back history, shall we? The original PC Horizon Dawn took 3.5 years since it came out on the PlayStation to hit PC. God of War 2018, we didn't get that joint until 4 years later. And then when these games did drop, guess what happened? Massive PC issues. Spider-Man 2 on its release, tons of issues, crashes, frame rate drops, audio desyncing, T-posing. Massive.
That whole Spider-Man 2 thing, we actually covered that in, I think, one of our first or second
episodes. Yeah, I was like, when we get first episode.
Yeah, first episode. So that's when that part. I mean, still beautiful game. We still love it. Still play it today.
T-posing while having massive hardware problems when you have a kitted out PC is crazy. Ragnarok frame rate drops, force players to restart the game and auto syncs during cutscenes. Horizon Zero memory leaks and frame drops. Come on, no. This is bad when you're talking about PC. If we having that in these games, PC players are reluctant to buy them because you know why? We do not like that. You got to optimize these games for PC. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason why when you sit here, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, go ahead.
PC needs to be optimized. You cannot sit there and release these games on PC and have these massive outbursts when they first start, and then wonder why people are reluctant to buy them again because you don't remember they care more about console than PC. It's just porting it over. They're not caring about the bugs and stuff like that. This shit don't get fixed until like eons and months later. But go ahead.
No, I agree with you with all of that as far as the issues that those PC versions of those games came out. But the reason why they see it as it's a loss for them because they're investing the money to port those games over. They're investing the money to build those games for PC. The games are built on PC, we know that. But if they're made if they're made for PlayStation and then it takes more time for them to roll it over for PC to make it sellable, to them it's a waste of money. So yeah, they may be making 1 point whatever million, but the money that they spent to put into that port to pay the people to fix that or to pay the third-party company to go and make that port is not worth the investment for them. So it makes more sense for them to take their ball home. They already know when Xbox comes out with whatever they're doing next, they already know most of their games are going to be exclusive. They with the new change, the new regime that's over there at Xbox, they've said the plan is going to be the plan until it's no longer the plan. And that means shit is going to change. So Sony's not stupid. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing as far as being number one. They're going to try whatever they can to stay number one as far as consoles or whatever it is, as far as the console wars.
That's the thing. I mean, I agree with all that they're putting up money to port and fix up these games, whatever, for PC version. But they're just like Lee said, I mean, they're double dipping into the same IP that they already put a bunch of money into. So if it takes 4 years later or 5 years later, whatever the case may be, you're still selling 1 million copies of Ragnarok 4 or 5 years later. So if the game is selling and full price, full fucking price. Let's just say keep that right there on PC. So 1 million times $69.99. When usually
$1 million that they made, but how much did they spend to pay the people to build that port? You know what I mean? In those 4 or 5 years, or it's probably not 4 or 5 years. We're talking maybe a year, 2 years to really do the port because the game is already complete.
I don't think the ports. I mean, first of all, the expenses of a port, I don't know off the top of my head or anything like that. But but a port should not be as more expensive as the several years taken to develop the game. So technically, if they're gonna come out and create a port for, let's say, the Switch and a port for the PC and a port for phone, mobile, or whatever other freaking thing is out there, that port itself, that doorway into that ecosystem of play is going to be way cheaper than the game that they already paid and already made a shit ton of money off of.
Right.
So like Ragnarok, just like you said, guys said before, Call of Duty, gigantic franchises. Spider-Man, how much money does that Spider-Man game make for Sony straight up? Over 100, 200, 300 million or more. I mean, that I don't know by dollar sign. We'll try to maybe find it or something, put it somewhere here. But that port will be a fraction of that, and then they're gonna make a few million more off of PC, off of whatever other console they go for.
No,
so that's what I'm saying. Like,
they're leaving money on the table for sure. I agree with that, but I also feel like it makes sense to if they know what they know, which is what I'm assuming Xbox is gonna do their thing. They're gonna say we're gonna do our thing. We're gonna make this war a war again. And they're going to keep their exclusives to themselves, just the same way Xbox is going to try and keep most of their exclusives to themselves. So that's the 4 or 5 year difference thing on why those games came out later is so people can be forced to go buy a PlayStation. We were talking a few weeks ago about Ghost of Yotei. You were waiting for that to come out to PC. That's not happening no more. That's done. So there's no
not happening no more on PC.
And speaking about that with the Xbox, we're going to move forward to the next topic. And the whole point of moving on to the next topic is actually going to add to the first topic because this actually is the reason, or one of the reasons, really the real reason, right? Can we all agree? Most likely the most powerful reason of why PlayStation is pulling the things away from PC is because Xbox, and mind you, this is just, we don't have any facts on this, 100% facts, but Xbox code name for their new console is Helix. And Helix it's not just going to be a console. It's a freaking PC. Like we didn't get enough from the X, right? X and S. Or really X was technically a PC-ish like thing. It was a freaking tower. Come on. It's a mid-tower. But yeah, so the next Xbox console is going to be Xbox PC. So that's why PlayStation, one of the reasons, because I don't know all the reasons yet, why PlayStation is pulling away all of their exclusives from PC because they don't want, I guess, people to have a good time on the new Xbox. They don't want to promote a product or help promote a product that is from their competitor, which is understandable, but you can always make a freaking agreement.
Man, they saw Phil Spencer leaving Sam Bond, what's her name? Sarah Bond out. They was like, yeah, we got it. We striking. We out. Let's pull out. telling you. They saw it like this is war. This war's over. Yeah.
So
yeah. Go ahead, Ralph.
As far as the Xbox announcing the Helix, it's the what is it?
Project I like the name, by the way.
The Helix code name is awesome. I love the code name, and it is definitely going to be. It's going to be a part game console, part PC. From what they're saying, they're saying, But the other factor is the Steam machine that they announced too. Like Sony is pulling out because they don't want like you said it a minute ago that they don't want their games on everybody on the competitors' machines. Right. So it makes sense for them to pull back on that. If they've got all these things that they want to maintain their number one status and that
exclusivity.
They know Xbox is sinking. They know the only next competition would be the Steam machine. And if the Steam machine does well, maybe not, because the rumors on the pricing is going to be crazy on that. That's going to be a big factor on whether or not that succeeds or not.
I heard it was pushed back. But
I wouldn't be surprised if it's pushed back. They've rumored that for a while. But for Xbox to announce their new project, that is a little surprising. But I think they just needed a win and they just decided to throw it out there, knowing that it's not going to be for another 2 years before this thing comes out. We're talking 2028. You know, I don't think they're going to put it out next year or the end of this year or anything like that.
Damn it, Sony. Mr. LeeBoy, sounds like it looks like you have something to say.
Pricing. I would pull my games out of there too, knowing that you're gonna make a console PC, and we know how the prices right now for PC parts are right now. So I would make my console, it will be cheaper. You get the exclusives, you get it for a cheaper price. Because if you want to play that PC type console, you're gonna pay PC prices. That's not that game. That system is gonna be the new Xbox and then Steam machine. I'm figuring is gonna be way more than the PlayStation. The new PlayStation is coming out. It has to be, because it's not gonna be as powerful, and it's probably gonna be like, hey, but if we may not be as powerful, but we got the games.
We could do and we can multitask. You could use it as a PC and a game console. So they're gonna try Xbox is going to definitely try and sell that as make that as their selling point, which has failed them so many times already, trying to do too many things on one machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't please everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't you please everybody, you please nobody, and that's what's going on right now. They bread and butter was the Game Pass. They messed that up. The Play Everywhere stuff, which I believe people were getting on board with, but now with the raising of prices, and now you're saying that we're gonna do this with a new console being a PC. People could barely make a damn PC right now, so I don't know how you expect them to even buy a PC game. So I don't know where the hell they're going right now, bro.
One last point I want to make on this whole thing is thanks to both of these two situations, the rumor of GTA being $99 or more, be prepared. The next generation, the price is going to go up from 70 to 80 or 80 to 90 again. It's not going to stay $70, man. The way things are going, they're going to want you to pay more for everything because that's how they're offsetting the price on the technology. So don't be surprised when the next PlayStation game and the next Xbox generation of games is going to be about $100.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll wait till October. I have no problem. I
also got 300 games on my backlog.
Facts. My backlog.
Yeah.
This is the part I don't think they understand. I really think people that's in these top tier positions who are running these companies don't understand the backlog people's got. Yeah, it's all good. Indie games all day.
Pokemon.
Got to catch them all.
I personally don't give a shit about Pokemon, me personally. But apparently Pokemon, what is it? What the hell? Gen 10? What Gen what?
Yeah, so this is the 10th generation of Pokemon games. This is going to be the full release. This is I think, what is it, the 30th anniversary of Pokemon?
30th anniversary, yeah.
30 years.
That's a whole grown ass man, bro. Like 30 years.
That's a Justin Bieber type level.
Oh man.
They did a little showcase. They had they announced 2 new games, Pokemon Waves and Pokemon Winds, and it's supposed to be like beach themed and things like that. I forgot where. There's a whole lot of news on it. If you want to go look it up, check it out. They talk about the region, they talk about the new Pokemon and all these things. The game doesn't look terrible, like it doesn't look great, but it's also it's an art style that they decided to stick with. And
in other words, it's cheap.
Yeah. It plays better than the last one. It looks better than the last one from what everybody's seen. There's no pop-ins. There's no, it's smooth compared to the last one. But again, we're playing on a Switch 2 now. So there's going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of news to it. If you want to go check it out, go check it out.
Shout outs and congratulations to Pokemon for 30 years. Hopefully another 30 years more. And hopefully we get better games. Beast of Reincarnation by Game Freak. Yeah, right on.
So any opinions on the Waves and Winds games? Anything you want to mention, LeeBoy, that you feel like you've seen the trailers? Or I personally haven't seen the trailers. I've
seen the trailer. I'm gonna give my honest opinion. I've seen the trailer. I quickly saw through it and I watched it, and I didn't see anything new. I didn't see anything super innovative. It's regular. I don't see any innovation there. I just see it as the same thing. I mean, it looks smoother. I give it that. That's the one thing I can say. Outside of that, if you want me to say anything else about this, I don't have any, because I'm sick of what they're doing with the franchise. I really hope that they get some new innovation going soon.
We've grown out of it. That's all it is. This is not the type of franchise that grows with us. This is going to stay with kids and children. And you have kids that will look at these characters and be like, I want to buy that toy. I want to buy that jacket. I want to buy that book bag and things like that. And that's really what that is for. Like you said it a bunch of episodes ago, Pokemon is a marketing monster. And that's what it's there for. You know what I mean? That's why they don't have to change. They know it's going to sell 1,000,001 copies. They know people like us that we don't play those games. That doesn't mean we didn't play them back then. That doesn't mean
but I want to. That's the problem. I want to. The problem.
I mean, but it's not the type of franchise that's going to grow with us. Maybe if somebody did create one that is a little bit more grown, then that might be something you guys might want to play.
Yeah, power.
Yeah. But they put that out, and then they just released Pokopia, which is their Minecraft Dragon Quest version of their Pokemon game, which is selling really well and doing pretty good. Everybody's saying it's a fun game and it's very addictive according to people who enjoy those type of games. So it is what it is.
All right. Yeah. I mean, overall, I didn't see the freaking trailer. I can't really give an opinion. I'm not a Pokemon guy. I didn't grow up with Pokemon. That was a few years underneath me because I was a little older. I definitely was a Ninja Turtle kid, and that did grow up with us, because especially the last Ronin comic. Anyway, but yeah, so I apologize to you guys who are waiting for a more, how do you say,
Mature
mature version of Pokemon. If it was, well, I mean, you do have Power, like you guys mentioned before, the Pokemon with guns thing.
Oh, you also got Animal, which is another game that's coming out that looks fantastic. Hopefully that does well. So you got a couple other games that's on the rise that it's gonna take that. So like Ethermancer, you know.
I like that game. That's cool.
So yeah, you know, shout out to the indies, and hopefully people support, and there you go.
Yeah, definitely. But Crimson Desert is an open world fantasy RPG. It's freaking everything. It's freaking everything. It's a guy in a fantasy and destroying blah 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 in a fantasy world, medieval whatever. He can fly on a dragon, and then he can solving puzzles. And I saw a mech in the freaking thing. He's conjuring a mech, and it's crazy. We're buying that game. Day one. That's a day one. You guys want to say anything about Crimson Desert before I move on to the next game?
I mean,
yes, LeeBoy, go ahead.
All right.
Oh, the ref, go ahead.
First.
Nah, I don't know a lot about this game. You guys are the PC gamers, so I don't really know much about it. I think it might be coming out for a console. I don't really know. Again, not a game that's on my radar. I know you guys have talked about it. I know it's in the ether. I know a lot of people are talking about it. It's just not a game I've paid much attention to because I've got other games I'm focused on.
This game looks amazing.
I finally saw a little bit of what you were telling me to look at after we talked about doing some research and all that. I started doing a little bit of research.
Research,
and the only thing that people are saying is that they're hoping it's not a Cyberpunk situation where it's looks great, promises a lot of things, and then when you get the game, because the demo is easy to cut out. Not easy. I'm not a game developer or anything like that, but a portion of a game is easier to make nice versus the entire full-size game. So if the full-size game doesn't reach people's expectations, it could be one of those Cyberpunk situations and it could fail miserably, or it can be a masterpiece and be the next Skyrim. You know what I mean? But let it be what it is.
I mean,
you know?
Cyberpunk.
So we'll see what it is.
Cyberpunk, real quick before I let Lee go. It's yes. It came out. It had its hardships when it came out, but and it even got down to it got so bad that they were selling copies of it for a freaking $1.
Yeah.
In some places, so $5, $10, whatever. In some places, a friend of mine actually bought a copy for like $5, and he still hasn't played it yet. Oh, it's probably trash for PS5. And I was probably trash with it. I'm like, no, it's fixed now. Everything is fixed now. It's borderline masterpiece because of all the updates. They fixed a bunch of stuff, whatever. So if Crimson Desert comes out like Cyberpunk, but then they give it that opportunity to rebuild, then within a year or two it'll still suck. But in a year or two, it'll be a great thing. I'm hoping it just comes out very good, very fun. I'm not saying like perfect or masterpiece in the beginning, but as long as it comes out like, yo, this game comes out playable, it's fun to play. We get into the story, get into the mechanics, get into everything. The graphics hit on PCs. That I have a mid-tier PC, so hopefully everything works out fine. If it just hits that, it's making a shit ton of money.
Yep, agree.
Just because it's so open world and everything. Okay, I'll let Mr. LeeBoy take over. Crimson Desert, sir. Your thoughts?
This game is made by a company called Pearl Abyss. Anybody knows anything about Pearl Abyss? They are the people behind Black Desert. And Black Desert is widely considered the most gorgeous looking MMORPG of all time. The graphics on that game is bananas. And they made this game here a single player game. So I'm expecting this game to look like $1 million out the box, off the bat. The thing about this game is if it hits on all cylinders at launch, with maybe a few hiccups here and there, because you know how games release. They don't release perfect, so you're gonna have some problems.
Day one
update. Yeah, of course. If they sit there and release this game and it's semi-perfect, almost quasi there, I'm gonna say it now. I'm gonna go on record because I was right last time.
Game of the year. This will
be a game of the year contender. I'm not playing with you. I'm gonna say
I agree.
If this hits, I'm telling you because this is a notch above from what I've seen in the trailer, and I could be wrong. I haven't played the game yet. This looks like a game that's a notch above Dragon's Dogma 2, and that game is fantastic. This game could, I feel, if it hits, it will be the standard for open world RPG single player games. It's gonna look that damn good, and it might play that damn good. We would have to see. That's all. If they knock this out the park, It's gonna be hard to top this year. It could be a. Oh, I'm sorry. Where's my man? His GTA is coming out this year. Never mind.
Ooh, yeah.
This will be a nice runner-up. This will be a nice runner-up game.
You know what? I want to throw Control 2 in that mix.
Oh, that's a good one too. I don't think that'll win game of the year.
Those three, I think.
Listen,
battle.
Listen, silver and bronze is nice too, but but this game here, it'll be a nice runner-up game. You know, I'm just gonna leave it that way. Hopefully,
could you imagine if GTA just like comes out to like a fire and it's just like trash? Could you imagine the disappointment that people will be in?
I called it a couple of years ago, one of my boys, and I was saying, hey, GTA we might actually get a dud, because you know a lot of the people that were originally with the company are no longer there. You know, so I don't know where their mindset as far as the company is concerned. That could have been the reason for all the pushbacks, all the delays, things they had in the game that they took out of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because again, the heart of GTA is in the devs and people that create the games. And if they're no longer around, this is where you get Saints Row and all this other crazy stuff from. So I don't know. So hopefully GTA sticks to its roots. You know, it's a caricature or a parody of America and the crazy stuff that go on here. So hopefully we get all of that good stuff. But I don't know. Right now, it's GTA. And to me, they have the lifeline of the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're the only company that we can say, let's hear them out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else don't get that. GTA gets that, at least.
Yeah, the only other company that had that was CD Projekt Red with The Witcher, and they lost
that.
Right,
and then they lost that, yeah. At
So,
one time, Ubisoft had it, and then...
Yeah. GTA, Assassin's Creed 3 came out. So...
yeah, buddy.
Or a game that we actually did play, because none of us here played Crimson Desert, but a marathon. It was Ubisoft? No. It's...
No. Destiny devs.
Bungie. It's Bungie.
Bungie
made a first-person shooter, chronomatic, colorful game.
It's an extraction shooter. It's just like Arc Raiders and all that, supposedly.
No, it's not like Arc Raiders.
No, I haven't gotten it.
Why you said it like you said? Like, don't you dare! Don't you say it like that.
Arc Raiders is a great fucking game. Fantastic game. Dare. Marathon needs help, needs work. It's not bad. It's not. I mean, I know I kind of like blew up a little bit. Like, this is trash. It's not a bad game. It's just there are things about it that I just did not like. One, the whole colorful type of like style that they went for, I have to get used to it, because
I honestly love that for some reason. I love the way
I like the fact that it was different, but I just there's certain color schemes that they have, because you could pick the different color schemes, like 4 different options. And I kept trying to pick the darker ones, and even when you pick the darker ones, it's still super bright tight shit. Anyway, whatever. That's my personal thing. Anyway, it's just stupid.
Yeah, it's the art direction. This is
right. The loadout screens for Marathon, they for me were not user friendly. They were not too easy to navigate through. Yeah, they weren't really intuitive. They kind of confused the shit out of me after a while. I mean, I got it after a while. But then when you go back into, you're like, oh yeah, I gotta go to this crap again. Where is this? I gotta find this gun. Where's this gun? Oh, there's another one, another grid on the character that I got to upgrade the character, which is a cool option. But there's a bunch of little nodes, and that's how you upgrade the character over the character. Then you gotta upgrade the loadout. It annoyed the shit out of me. Maybe some 14-year-old that now can create a freaking whatever the hell he wants in 2 seconds in AI to figure it out. But it took me a little while to get used to it, and I didn't like it at all. It was too difficult for a game
that's supposed to be quick in and out.
Yeah, so be quick in and out playing. And then while playing the game, I played it for a good 2-3 hours, because I played it for that first night for about half an hour, like trash. Then a couple of days later, I re-uploaded it, whatever, blah, reinstalled, played it again for a couple hours. Let me give this a fair chance. And the thing is that I was running around doing nothing for like half the match. And then all of a sudden, like the 2 partners that are with me, whoever they were, because I played with a bunch of randos, they just died, and their bodies are laying somewhere, and I gotta go get them. But they're not far from me. I'm like, hey guys, like, I'm over here. We're dead. Come get us. I go get them. All of a sudden, I'm ambushed by 3 other people murdered. Okay, I got you. I understand how it goes now. And I'm like, hey guys, follow me through here. We gotta go over here. Follow this to complete this, get that. And everybody just wanted to go off and shoot colors or whatever the hell was going on. If you have strategy, the game will be better.
Yeah,
there was no strategy when I was playing it. In my opinion, it deserves a couple of updates. It deserves opportunity, a chance. It deserves a community to be built around it to fix it up, and hopefully they simplify it. But I don't think I'm going back to Marathon. That's my opinion.
Cool.
Who's next?
I played Marathon too. My only issue with it, because I liked the way it looked, I liked the way the guns felt. I hated the menus. The menus are all a mess. If I remap the buttons to arc raiders, maybe I can play with collecting things, because I'm playing on controller. I wasn't playing on keyboard or anything like that. So if I remap the keys, maybe it'll feel better. But the running felt floaty. The jumping felt floaty. Everything was slow. The matches felt empty because I think it's 3 versus 3. There's not really a lot. There's things to do, but they're so either far away from each other or not. Like there's different layers. You got your main floors, you got upper floors, you got lower floors, you got inside buildings, outside buildings, and it becomes kind of a mess because you're in first person. So everything just gets a little confusing when you're trying to get somewhere, and the map isn't intuitive enough to really get you there.
And then there's one more thing. Is like I didn't really find an environmental threat ever. Yeah. It was just people,
absolutely right.
Player versus player. Like, and that kind of I mean, I guess Arc Raiders kind of spoiled me for now, because you have the player versus player threat, then you have the player versus environment threat. Player versus environment forces you to go to certain places. And player versus player just freaking angers you and raises your blood pressure sometimes. But but they're fun. All in all, it's fun.
Yeah.
There's like anxiety that they put you on the edge of your seat while you're playing this game or whatever. And then with Marathon, you're like colors. Let me run this way for 47 seconds and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Let me run this way for 2 minutes and nothing happened.
It's a gorgeous game that just needs it definitely needs updates. It definitely needs a little bit more of a faster paced action sequences and things like that, just to keep you engaged while you're running, because running between places is definitely just the worst part of the game, you know.
Yeah,
but
I felt Fortnite.
It can get better. Maybe if they add more players in a match where it's 3v3, you know, or like things like that. Maybe if you're dealing with a team that you can talk to and kind of like plan things out and how to do the missions and all that stuff, you could probably make it fun. But overall, the game just felt slow and empty. But it's just starting to, so maybe, you know.
What I want to say about them, because I haven't played the game, so full disclaimer, I have not played Marathon, but I will say this: I'm sick and tired of people playing extracting shooters like they're playing Fortnite or Call of Duty. Like, that's not how you play these games. Like, just to hear that you was on a team where they didn't want to strategize and follow you and go somewhere, they wanted to go this way and go that way and do their own thing and then get killed. And when you're supposed to come save their ass, you get ambushed. Like, that's not how it works, bro. I don't like that at all. That was one reason why I'm. No, it is, but I'm saying they flock to these people that come from these first-person shooting games or these shooting games. They flock to these new games and they treat it like it's the last game they played. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cut that shit out.
I pissed off LeeBoy like 50 games in. Like, Ray, stop going that way.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know how many times in Arc Raiders I would tell you and Renegade, turn your light off. Your cat's running around with the light on. I'm like, yo, they can see us, bro. Cut your light off.
Me was the open mic.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We're over here.
Hey, guys, I got a really expensive gun over here. What
I found a blueprint. I just found a blueprint, y'all. Yeah, but yeah, that's my whole thing about that. So hopefully, everything you guys said sound like it needs work. So again, I'm gonna just real quick throw this out there to you guys, for both of you, since you guys did play the game. You feeling like if they would have add a PvE element to this game, you feel like it would be better instead of it being just this team versus that team?
It's supposed to be a PvE element in there. We just didn't see it yet. It's whatever it is, it's not appearing.
I didn't come across anything.
You didn't come across any of it.
Okay.
I mean, so I just played the demo.
So it's not a full release then. So there's still time.
It's fully out now.
Yeah, now.
Yeah. No. But when I played, it was during the Server Slam. So maybe they just didn't they didn't load in all of the elements yet.
How the fuck are you slamming without nothing to slam on?
Exactly.
Like, it's like the demo was like 50% of the game or something. It kind of felt like that. Like, because I felt like there should have been more. And I played the demo for a few hours. Right, like, you unlock some weapons, you unlock some attachments for the weapons, you unlock some things for the character, some skins or like different attachments, whatever, or you unlock another character or whatever. And it's just like, okay.
Did the cash shop unlock?
and
Did you
I
unlock that?
enjoyed I enjoyed the
apparently it's not like that. Apparently,
I enjoyed
Okay.
the horror. So they try to do like a cyber horror type of thing going on with these your bodies and your skins and all that stuff. But it's like it has a story that is not cohesive enough to understand this early on. Maybe like the more people play it, the more people will figure out what it is that you need to do to get through it. But
right.
I wasn't there yet, and I wasn't feeling it to go through it. So,
Well, I'm gonna move it on to the next game because you mentioned horror element. If that's okay with everybody, a game that I played, I picked up a couple days ago for the demo, and I was very surprised that I really had a good time with this. Is Toxic Commando, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. This is a game that reminded me so much of Call of Duty Zombies and like Doom and stuff like that. And a lot of those games I could play for a little bit, but not really get into because sometimes a little too cheesy or a little too fast, a little too whatever. But for some reason, this game caught me. And I know some of my friends that played it, they didn't like it. They weren't into it. But I played the demo like 3 times. I even made a little reel about it. And John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, it is a cool little, I mean, it's like a generic 80s movie story about zombies where they come off and like, oh, an infection is released in the world and blah, blah, blah. And now a lot of people are infected and they're zombies. And now all of a sudden, then the commandos were trying to find something in a hidden bunker or whatever, and then they get infected. They get put onto these cybernetic vests or whatever, medical vests that hold off their infection because all 4 of the commandos are infected. But so now you got to work for this doctor or scientist, whatever, to try and get certain elements to heal said thing, said disease. And you're just going off. And I don't know if you guys ever played. I mentioned it several times though. If you guys ever played Days Gone with the guy with the motorcycle and all the zombies, where you have like 1,000 zombies running behind you, and you're running, you're with an AK, and you got to keep running. Like there are moments in this game where there are like 1,000 zombies chasing you, running after you, but you got to complete a thing so that way you can destroy them real quick because you don't have enough bullets to take them all out. And you're just going, and it's just action, fun. You're just blasting off freaking zombie heads and blah, blah, blah. And then there's a guy who's making smart-ass remarks on the side. And there's another girl over here saying, you can't say that. Oh, got another headshot. And whatever, like joking around. And like, and the game looked cool. Like the game ran fine. It looked nothing amazing, but it looked fun. And I really enjoyed the demo. Is it a perfect game? No. Did it have some caveats, some little problems? Yeah, of course. Some of the controls were a little off. It didn't feel quite natural playing like almost like Call of Duty does. But it was fun enough where I would consider buying the game. I had a fun time playing that game. So John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, I recommend give it a shot. The demo's out now as well. Give that a shot. Mr. Rav, Mr. Lee, what you guys think about that game if you played it?
I didn't play it. I liked what I saw in the video that he put out. I did like the trailer when it came out. I like John Carpenter in general because he puts out just weird B-movie horror shit, and I love his style, and that's definitely
in the game now.
Yeah, exactly.
That straight up game.
I have his Xbox 360 game, Jericho, which is another old horror game that was a really good game too. But yeah, I definitely want to check this out. This looks fun.
Yeah,
it looks like an arcade game.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's on that. It's on that. Like there's a story there. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I pretty much showed you the beginning of the story. So there's missions. There's gonna be missions. Then you go back to a hub, and in the hub you upgrade your character. You upgrade his powers. Oh yeah,
kind of like Left 4 Dead a little bit.
Yes, it's something similar to that. And every character has a power, like almost like a superhero type power, where you're like, what? So I played as a character called the Striker, and the Striker I boosted him up to like five bursts of fire, where he can just like I don't know, he'll hold blood in his hand, and when he squeezes his fist, all of a sudden, like there's like a wave of fire, and like 50 people are just gone, and you can do that up to 4 times. And I was like, cool. Now let me reload my gun and start firing. Anyway, yeah, fun 80s B movie type action and B movie one-liners, and I like that shit. That was always fun to watch. It's always entertaining. Mr. Lee Boy, what are your thoughts on the game?
Well, I haven't played it. I've seen the video, the short that you put out, and remind me of what if the movie The Thing, John Carpenter, and Dead Rising, I think it is. When you fighting in the mall, a whole bunch of zombies, and you smash those two shits together, and that's the game you get. That's what I thought I saw when I watched the thing that you was doing. So yeah, outside of that, no, it looks good. Would it be something I would play? Definitely. That looks like something I would play. It looks fun.
I get like $40 right now.
Oh no, not for $40. I'm sorry.
Yeah, not for $40. Sorry.
Okay, 70?
I'll play the demo.
you really try not for me to play that game. You know?
Yeah,
I was like, I'll play that game. We said $40. So, oh no.
For me, it was like a solid 20-25.
Real quick, is there any multiplayer in it?
Oh yeah, it's a co-op. It's for 4 players.
Okay. So yeah, that makes it a little bit more fun because then you could play it a couple more rounds and make it a little bit more fun by instead of playing single player. So yeah, that might make
you're not restricted by the car, right? Like you're not always in the tank car, right? You can
no, that was just a section. That was just a section.
Okay.
There are sections where you can use a car to get through, or you could go on foot. I recommend you get a car because if whether it's a truck, a Humvee, freaking ambulance, or the monster car that I had in the beginning, or even they have like a sedan that there's no weapons on the sedan. You just have to drive it well to like kill the zombies and get out. At least that's what I looked up. But yeah, and you could also customize the car, you customize the character, customize your weapons.
A lot of little replayability stuff in there.
Yeah. I think the game is gonna do okay. I think it's definitely gonna find its niche. It's gonna find its community. Because if the demo is a how do you say, a mirror of what the release is, then I think that the game is gonna do well. Maybe reach 1 million copies sold or something like that. But let's see. So that was John Carpenter's, our opinion anyway, on John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Mr. Rav over here decided to play a different type of game.
Yeah.
And I'll let him take it over from here. Rav, what did you play?
Okay, so I played Mina the Hollower. This is a game by Yacht Club Games, the people who made Shovel Knight, and they had took care of that whole franchise for the last like 8 years or something like that. And this game is it's a Zelda-like, but like the old Game Boy Zeldas. And the game plays great. The game plays, it's a lot of fun. Controls take a little bit of getting used to because of the way some of her moveset is, where you get to like crawl underground and dig under and things like that. You play a mouse, you're a hollower, whatever that is, and you're quested to return to this town to fix their electricity, I guess, or something like that. And you have to go, your mission is to go and basically find all these fuses and lights and things like that to bring power back to this town. That's your job. You were requested by the king to do this. And there's all these monsters and things like that, and you have to fight your way through to get to the town, to where the castle is. And the game is it's colorful, it's a lot of fun. It's just small, it's got this overhead 3/4 view, I guess, kind of. And it's fucking hard. First off, that's the one thing about it, is that it's a very hard game. I don't know how many times I died on just this demo. The game doesn't have a release date or anything like that, but the game just kicked my ass throughout the whole time I played it. I didn't make it to the first boss, to the boss of the demo. So that tells you something. And it's a hard game. But yeah, it was fun. It's just a lot of little kid, old school NES style fun, but with up to date lighting effects and graphics and things like that. So it's kind of like a downgraded HD 2D type of look. I don't even know what to describe it as, but it's really cool. I like the way it came out.
All right, that's cool. Did you play Mina the Hollower? Did you see? I know you saw the trailer. Right, we saw the trailer a while ago.
Yeah, no, I haven't really. Since the trailer, I haven't seen anything about this game or know too much about it. The only thing that keeps popping in my mind, I don't know why every time he was talking, I was thinking of Pinky and the Brain. It's Pinky and I don't know why that was just popping in my mind. Yeah, but other than that, nah. He talked about it before. I believe the last time we spoke about this game, he was very hype about this game, because I think you played the other one before, right? You played the previous game,
Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is awesome. It's a old like Mega Man style type of game. So
right,
like old NES Mega Man style. So it's really cool.
Right. So yeah, he was hyping it up, and I haven't played this game.
I am gonna be putting out a video of the demo of me, so you can get a look of how that game plays and things like that.
Okay.
So you hear me bitching, complaining about me dying so much.
Yeah, and if you guys want, I can make a video about Toxic Commando, because I recorded some gameplay footage and stuff like that. I can make at least a 10-minute video or something. But yeah, let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, hit everything in the comment, bell notification, the whole 9.
All right.
Speaking of horror stories, the last game we're going to talk about tonight, Highguard.
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 Highguard. So Highguard came out what? Not even a month and a half ago?
6 weeks ago.
So yeah, so Highguard that we're gonna rename Byguard is only been out for about 6-7 weeks, and it's already the last day is when?
March 13th.
12th.
March 12th, March 13th, whatever. It's somewhere in March. It's like
a week
next
from
week or
now.
something. It's next. By the time you see this video, shit is dead. Don't tell your moms.
Go tell your moms.
Don't tell your moms. The game is dead right now. Don't. Byguard is no longer around. Don't tell your mom, son.
Tell your mom, son.
And tell your father too, son. I sent you. I sent you, son. I told you. Tell your pops. Tell your mom, tell your pops. Highguard is gone. Dead.
Pack it up. It's a wrap.
Pack it up. Done. Bitch. I'm sorry. Anyway. Old Brooklyn style came out of me. I apologize.
Byguard.
I played Highguard. I played it. I gave it a chance. I'm giving the games a chance, man. I'm giving the games a chance.
Hey, look,
now,
that you got to know if it's good or not, right?
Right, exactly. Now, since we saw it on that
Game Awards.
Was it the Game Awards? Yes,
Close
we
out
saw
the
the Game Awards.
Real quick, before you jump into that, shout out to Jeff Keighley and the VGAs, man, award for allowing us to stream the Video Game Awards. You know, just want to give him a quick shout out on that because it's not his fault that this shit turned into a turd. But anyway, go ahead.
Speaking of turds, so when we were watching this thing, right, they released the trailer of Highguard, and they were like, and next we have a very special blah, 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 blah. If you can find that clip.
You know, sometimes our last reveal at the Game Awards is a teaser for something years and years away. But not tonight. The team that built Apex Legends and Titanfall. 4 years ago, the principals founded a new independent studio with the hopes of pushing the shooter genre forward with a new original game. And so tonight, you're not only going to get the announcement of the game, but also your first look at the gameplay. I've played it, and after you see this trailer, I think you're going to want to as well. Welcome to Highguard.
The way they said like some big ass.
Yeah, he hyped it up. They
hyped it up like crazy, and then we watched it. Like,
then he said again, shout out to you, Jeff Keighley, but still, he said he played it. And normally, yes, here we show games that it's not coming out until a little while off, but this game you're gonna be able to play soon. And
and let me tell you, this game should have stood away for another year. They should have added more stuff into it. Now, hold on. I played the game.
Mm-hmm.
I installed it. I went through it. I saw a video based about it. I was like, all right, not really my thing. Let me try it out. I tried to play the game. Got into it. It looked fine. It played fine. It controlled well. I liked little things about it. It wasn't absolutely completely horrible. And then all of a sudden, you have to get this sword to break this shield. It's a shield breaker. And I'm like, what? So now everybody on the map is running after this sword because it's called the shield breaker. And then you got to get the shield breaker and put it into the freaking chest of a battering ram. And the battering ram is supposed to break the shield down of the thing. And then you go into their base, and because the shield is not broken, and then you take over whatever. And then boom, that's the end of match. And I'm like, oh, this is garbage. This is whack. This is really stupid.
He said, oh, this is garbage.
Yeah, because if they just left it as like a looter shooter, if they just left it as you're trying to play team deathmatch or capture the flag or capture the base or destroy whatever, it would have been a cool little fun thing. Not the greatest game in the world, but it would have been a cool little fun thing that maybe. So I know they were trying to go after the Fortnite kids. I know that. I know they were. Fortnite and what's the other one?
Overwatch.
Overwatch, right? They were trying to go to Overwatch, Fortnite kids.
If you listen to Overwatch and you look at the name Highguard, they are exactly the same name.
Well, it's made by Wildlife Entertainment, which is veterans who made Apex, and they did Call of Duty and stuff like that. The game looks incredible. The trailer they showed
it
was
didn't look
phenomenal.
bad.
It looked awesome. Damn.
The problem with the game is they wanted to create. It wasn't just a looter shooter. They created a raid shooter, which isn't a type of game that people are really familiar with. So they wanted to do something different with this type of game, but didn't give it time to get people to understand. They didn't showcase it right. They showed the pretty graphics, but they didn't tell people what it was to let people understand what you're supposed to be doing in this game. And that's what kind of just like you sent it out to die. Like as Jeff Keighley was talking about it, there's a guy in the back loading the gun in the back of the yard, ready to shoot this thing in the head because you can't just put out a game that has no history, that had no trailers. You know what I mean? You couldn't show this thing off. And
the gameplay. The gameplay was just like you have to go out, get shields. You have to go out, you pick your mounts, and you pick your mount from like a bear or a griffin and all this whatever. And like the switching up from you riding the mount, so you hopping off the mount. That was very quick, very easy, very kind of fun. And then you have to go out into like a partial open world, like mini sandbox to collect your shield and your weapons and your bullets and And then it's like, no, can I just have a loadout? Let me create my freaking loadout. Let me get my character ready. Let me boost up my character. Let me get my shit, and then let me go out into the field and do what I got to do. You know what I mean? If it would have been something more organized that way, I think it would have gotten better everything.
Yeah.
Because like you guys said, the graphics were fine. I mean, I enjoyed them. I liked the way it looked.
And then this is their first game for the studio too, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. Yeah. And they had like a solid 12 characters or something like that. All have their different powers and setups. They all look cool, slightly generic-y type of thing, but not bad, not horrible. And it just fell flat. It's like a whole lot of flash and lightning, and then look at this and bright and blah blah blah. No heart, no concept, no feeling, no emotion, no weight in the gameplay. Like, hey, okay, I stuck the sword in here, now I broke through. Hey, I won the game. Okay, what do I win? Oh, a bunch of your game currency that I can't do shit with because you need so much of the currency to buy something. You got to play the game like 15, 20 times to buy a gun or some shit like that. At least that's how I saw it. And I was like, you know, I'm coming from a Call of Duty background, from a Battlefield background, now Arc Raiders background because I put a lot of fucking time in that game. And it's like, nah, this ain't it. This is not the next one. Crimson Desert might be the next one. This one ain't it.
This game also wasn't planned to be like Jeff Keighley saw the game and wanted to just put out a trailer. This game wasn't. They said it wasn't supposed to be advertised. It was supposed to be like a shadow drop on Steam for just people to play and download. Like a lot of the games on Steam that kind of just if you look into it, they were not planning on doing any trailers for it. There was just going to be a shadow drop. And maybe if that would have happened, maybe the game would have been successful because people would have been curious to see what this game is. But because it was put on such a big pedestal, it didn't have that clout that it could say, you know what I mean? So it failed.
They put a block of shit on a golden pedestal and expected it to stay there.
Well, it had at one point 100,000 players. You know what I'm saying? It hit that point and then daily was like 600.
No, the last 100,000 from the video that I made, the last was 105 people were playing. You know, they went from 100 developers to 20 people maintaining the game. They got rid of everybody else.
That's crazy. And then the craziest thing too, another thing behind it was they put themselves out there to be like an indie company, but yet they were being backed by Tencent.
Yeah,
like that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. So that's crazy.
This felt like it was a mobile game.
Yeah,
that was put on a PC
kind of looked
platform.
like one too. Like it should have been a mobile.
Yeah, and if it was just released for mobile, probably would have done well. Because if I played this game on mobile, I'd be like, all right, okay, free, all right, cool, no problem. It's all right, cool little mobile game. You know, when you're sitting there taking a dump.
$40. What was this game? $30-$40 too?
It was free. It was free.
It was free. Okay, I'm surprised that they're taking it out. I mean, like I said, there's games on Steam that look worse than this that have a longer leg. You know what I mean? It doesn't make a lot of sense, and I guess it's just the backing of the developers.
It didn't live up to the hype like you guys mentioned. That's just pretty much it. It just didn't live up to the hype, especially when you got games like, because you know how it is. And again, I'm not trying to pin this on Arc Raiders or nothing like that, but when you got a game that come out the box like how they did, and everybody named Mama want to jump, like for example, Marathon. I'm not saying these all are the same type of games, but when you come out the gate the same way Arc Raiders did, and you want to see or have that same type of success that they had, It's kind of hard to follow that, you know what I'm saying? Of course, these games have been in development for a while, of course, you know, but you still try to match that. And when, you know, they're looking at each other, they're like, oh, what you doing over there? What you doing over there? And they try to replicate that. And it's hard to do that, bro. It really is. And Arc Raiders, that was a game that I'm pretty sure it was on people's radars, but we ain't expected to blow up like this. Like, damn. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Arc Raiders still has like 270,000 concurrent players.
Yeah. But nobody's gonna leave. Nobody's gonna leave their game to go play this game. You know what I mean? They're not gonna leave Call of Duty. They're not gonna leave Valorant. They're not gonna leave you know.
Yeah, they'll try it out, try something new, and then go back. Real quick, you mentioned Pinky on the Brain. This is completely off topic. This is nothing to do. We organized nothing to talk about this.
Questions. Here we
go.
Is
it's not a random question. It's not a random question.
Oh.
This is a bit of a conspiracy theory that I heard about Pinky and the Brain. And when you said Pinky and the Brain, I'm like, hey, that'd be interesting. Let me just bring it up right now on the podcast. Completely, they have no idea what I'm going to talk about right now. They have no idea.
I don't.
Pinky and the Brain, if you guys don't know, was a very famous, very popular cartoon back in the 90s?
Yeah,
early 2000s, right? And
I think I know where you're going, but
so it completely based off of Orson Welles was the brain character. He's the big-headed mouse, and he talks like this, and of course, Pinky, I want to do that. And he speaks very intelligently, very whatever, and he's a genius. And then you have Pinky, who talks something like this, like a moron. Like, he's a dumbass. I can't do the voice that part. I apologize. But it's almost like a Ren and Stimpy type of. Oh, damn, that's even older. You guys, whatever. Anyway,
showing your age.
So, yeah, no, right? We cover this grade right here. They go 35, not 35. So, anyway, so the conspiracy theory behind Pinky and the Brain that someone came up with by watching all the cartoons and like kind of noting it. It was very, very strange. This person was noting the cartoon. So they come out and say. They come out and say, right? Remind you, this cartoon was part of an ensemble cartoon series with other cartoon characters that they were trying to make the new Warner Brothers type of thing. So they had a segment in every episode of Pinky and the Brain. The whole point of Pinky and the Brain is they kept trying to break out of their two mice that kept trying to break out of their
cage.
Their lab, their cage, the laboratory, because they were constantly tested on by scientists. Yeah, they're lab rats. They're constantly tested on. So the whole point of them is to break out of this place. But Pinky always was kind of like whatever. And Brain was like, Pinky would always ask, what are we going to do tonight, Brain? And then Brain would be like, we're going to try to take over the world.
We do every night, Pinky.
Yeah, same thing we do every night, Pinky, try to take over the world. And that was the famous line of the whole series. It always started that way. And then some elaborate scheme and blah, 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 whatever. And then they constantly fail. It would constantly fail. So one guy somewhere, whatever, decided to watch the entire cartoon series, taking notes, whatever. And then he realized little things pertaining to Pinky. That Brain, apparently, the very first episode, it was Pinky and the Brain. And that this is kind of messed up. Pinky died in the first episode. And he never came back. He died. He was dead the entire series. So Brain, to keep his sanity,
manifested,
pretended that Pinky was always there and that Pinky always messed up their plans. When it wasn't Pinky, it was Brain who said, I want to get out, I want to do this, I want to do that. But wait, subconsciously he killed his best friend. So now he can't escape. So he follows up his own ideas, but in his mind it's Pinky doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So and then they wrote down, oh, this is why, because you never see Pinky do this, you never see Pinky do that. Pinky only talks when this happens, and Brain is always by himself. Brain almost never looks at Pinky unless he looks in his direction because something else is over here. And I was like, and I saw a couple random episodes on YouTube, so look up Pinky and the Brain episodes, and I looked it up, and I was like, oh crap, like it kind of fits. It's a conspiracy theory. I thought it was kind of weird.
I did hear of that one. I thought you were going to tell me something new. Yeah, I heard of that one.
No. When I heard that, I was like, "Oh snap!" Like that's dark. Like that is really dark, and it could be true. Never know. Anyway, it's a cartoon series. Anyway, moving on. Sorry to waste about 4 minutes of that shit right there.
Hey, people in the comment section, put it in the comment section. Do you have a conspiracy theory about games or cartoons or whatever? Leave it in the comment section. We'll read it on here, and we'll get back.
Yeah, man. Well, maybe if it's popular, maybe we'll make it a segment: conspiracy theories in gaming and movies and TV shows, whatever. Like, let's go. Put in the comment section.
If you like what we're doing, just like, subscribe. Please pass it on to your friends. Pass it on to your moms. Send it to everybody. Let them know.
Yeah, pass it on to your moms.
Your mama.
Pass it on to your moms.
Your moms. Yeah, and what?
Your moms and your grandma.
Why you say it like that?
Pass it over to your mother.
There you go.
All right, make sure your mother has a wonderful day while she's watching Megabit Misfits, mother. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Megabit Misfits. If you're not a follower or subscriber yet, please, if you wish you like us.
Right, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, somebody's mama, son. Somebody's mama.
Hit that subscription, son. Hit that subscription, son. You tell your mama to hit that subscription. Your mama and your pops.
Your mama and your pops. Just like that.
Anyway, thank you for watching this episode. Hit like, subscribe. Please bell notifications that way you notify whenever we drop a new episode. And we're going to have a couple episodes coming out every month for the next, I don't know, more than 6 weeks. Let me tell you that.
You got to keep us going, guys.
It's going to be more than 6 weeks. So, you know. So, yeah, on the next episode, we will be discussing whatever the hell else happens in the gaming news and or movie news. We have a movie thing coming out soon. And it's
can we say it? Can we say what we're
wait, no. We can't say it. But we can't say it. But if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you're gonna want to watch the next episode. And we're gonna leave it there. Bow, 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 bow.